Right now, you need dependable internet and endless entertainment. Xfinity has you covered with reliably fast speeds and advanced security included with the Xfi Gateway, so your connected devices are protected. And when it comes to TV, Xfinity is your home for all your streaming apps, like Peacock. Plus, get contactless service visits and equipment drop-off. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Switch to Xfinity for reliable internet and access to your favorite apps right on your TV. To schedule your free contactless delivery, visit Xfinity.com or call 1-800-XFINITY. Restrictions apply. Right now, you need dependable internet and endless entertainment. Xfinity has you covered with reliably fast speeds and advanced security included with the Xfi Gateway, so your connected devices are protected. And when it comes to TV, Xfinity is your home for all your streaming apps, like Peacock. Plus, get contactless service visits and equipment drop-off. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Switch to Xfinity for reliable internet and access to your favorite apps right on your TV. To schedule your free contactless delivery, visit Xfinity.com or call 1-800-XFINITY. Restrictions apply.
Right, we're recording. Right,
Yes.
guys, welcome to episode 1 of Crazy Cousins podcast. This is something the three of us have wanted to do for a long time, man. And it's taken lockdown for it to happen because now they can't run away from me. They have to talk to me, man. So here we go. So I'm your host, Charlie Horan, and here I have two of my twins, man. They're absolute dons. They actually just agreed to do it with me. They're my co-hosts. And my Marcus and Andy are here. And chat about yourselves, man. We'll start with you two. So Marcus, we'll start with you.
Pretty good, eh, man.
What are we saying? How you doing?
I'm pretty good, man. Yeah, man. Obviously, it's lockdown, innit? You can't really leave your house. Yeah.
Fully can't, actually. You fully can't.
Yeah, but I want to break the rules. I might have to actually leave my house and break the rules and do it. I've been out anyway. I went out earlier, so.
Oh my God, these guys are already breaking rules. What you been doing?
Because I went to the shop.
You're allowed to go to the shop, man. Come on.
I'm saying I'm fully
say that you've been going to parties and that, man.
No, I can't. There's no parties about. Obviously, there's
Actually, you've brought me onto something here. There is a party happening. I'm doing a party every Friday. Come on. I've been streaming on Facebook every Friday, man, 7 p.m.
Knew that he was going to plug that.
Look at how I plugged that in the first couple of minutes. So speaking of parties and like live streaming and stuff, are you watching anyone?
I've been watching, Tory Lane's been doing his little quarantine.
Quarantine.
I've been watching, I've seen a bit of that, and it was really good.
I haven't watched the full thing yet. I've only watched like a couple minutes, and it just looks mad.
And and then Yizzy from London.
Oh yeah, what's he doing?
He did like one on YouTube, and he performed a couple of his songs. That was actually quite decent.
Oh, okay.
And that's like a PRS thing. So like when they get paid to kind of go live, and then like I think it's like a charity thing. There's been a lot of them charity ones going on where people go to Facebook.
Was that on his page, or did he do it on someone else's?
No, it was on his YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like, and that's another thing because obviously we all joined in on a live show as well with Iden, an artist from Coventry. So like he did a show, and that was like the first one I've ever actually like tuned into because I haven't really been plugging into artists like that. I've been watching a lot of DJs. What did you think about that show?
I felt like I was actually there, obviously because it was that good, and especially the songs as well, man.
What did you think about what did you think about the way that he like obviously did the show? Because he hasn't got like a full studio and stuff at his house, so he had to obviously use a laptop with a microphone and stuff. How do you think like he handled that?
Pretty good, yeah. Pretty good. I think he just works with what he's got, and the thing about Iden is that if he says he's going to do something, he'll do it. Yeah. He sticks to his word, and for me, it was a bit overwhelming because I've seen him. Like I met him in 2016, so then to now see him do these shows, it's like when you see the potential of an artist and you know how good they are, it's like flipping out. Like there's no stopping him, and the ideas that he's a very creative guy. I think besides the music, like when you just look at what he's doing, like motivational speaking, going to schools and just doing, it's like them interviews that he did,
Got some more next week as well, I think.
They were really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
So for people that don't know, there's an artist in Coventry. He's called Iden, and he basically did these interviews he did one with a fan, which was me, where I got to ask him a load of questions, which is actually like something that spawned this whole idea of this podcast. And he did one with a model who does his like clothing brand, so someone actually he's worked with, and then he did a pupil from a school that he went and did a motivational speak at, which is I've not really seen anybody else do that. So that kind of goes towards the idea that you said that, you know, he's very creative, which is, I think that's a really good idea. And, you know, for people that don't know him, he's not like a massive artist, but the way that he carries himself and the way that he puts his ideas out, you would think that he is massive. And, you know, he kind of deserves it, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think the same, or?
I think, he's like, he deserves it, man. Like, you know, just from going to that Godiva 2016 thing, when I heard him, like, singing and rapping, I was like, bro, he sound like Drake, you know? I was like, yo.
I remember that. That was
I was
sick.
like, this is mad. And then what I did is, I found him on Facebook the same day. I thought, I've got to add this guy on Facebook because, like, the songs that he performed were really good. He performed with a girl called, I think his name's Leah White or something.
Okay.
I'm hoping that's right.
I pray you said that name right, man.
I'm hoping that's right.
If not, you're just giving some random person some promotion there.
I think her name is. I think that's what her name is.
Are you sure?
If not, we'll find out. We'll find out for the next podcast, and we'll promote her properly.
I think you've said it wrong, mate.
I swear that's her name. I swear. Anyway,
anyway,
he performed with her, and it was really good. And then I went on Facebook, and I was like, and I added him, and then I just started sharing all that stuff.
Yeah, but the maddest thing is, he was standing right next to me. I didn't even go over. I didn't even say. I was thinking, nah. I was thinking, nah.
Didn't even chat to him, but
no, he was standing right there. Yeah, I remember.
So with Godiva, like, how does it set up with small artists? So how does like someone like Ida manage to get onto like a Godiva stage? Do you know what the process is behind that?
Yeah, so you have this thing called Godiva auditions where you can register. I think it must be by email. You register and then you go there, and then you do your set, and then you have like judges. You've got judges. You've got a couple of judges there, and then, you know, I think it's all down to the people you bring with you. So, you know, like when it comes to last year's Godiva, obviously Robbie Raps won, and another guy,
some other guys, two guys.
What the hell? I can't remember.
So are these? Sorry to cut you off, but are these Coventry artists? Yeah.
Yeah. These are both Coventry.
The people that do the Godiva like auditions, do they have to be Cov artists only?
No, there's a couple from the Nuneaton and
so like the surrounding areas.
Yeah, so let's say West Midlands, maybe West Midlands. I don't know how it works, but yeah, you don't have to be from Coventry. You can be from
Nuneaton.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I think with that, when I went there, I went to that one as well to support Robbie and a couple of other artists. And Robbie had his whole family there, and I thought, this guy, because that, you know, the more people you got there, you know what I mean? You're gonna, you know.
Yeah, it's a hype thing, yeah.
But the thing is, his energy that he had when he was performing was what you would want to see if you were at Godiva.
Oh, 100%.
No, I didn't actually go to Godiva, but what I did is I watched because he brought a vlog out, and he did like, you know, he did where he had the video of him performing at Godiva, and the energy that he had was mad. The crowd were going mad for his. I've never seen it.
That's exactly what you want as well from like performing in your hometown, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing with him is he came 2016 Godiva with me and Anthony, and he was spitting them, but he weren't really spitting.
He wasn't really known.
He wasn't really known.
Yeah.
So for them to now see him go and do Godiva, like put in work for that, and then get and do Godiva, that's a big achievement. And
have you heard like any updates of Godiva this year? Like, what are they doing with it? Obviously, it's cancelled, isn't it? But what are they like? Are they doing it online or anything?
I don't know. All I know is this time last year was when the auditions were for, you know, the 2019 one.
Yeah. It's pretty late, to be fair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because normally what it is, they have it in like say May, the auditions, and then like was it July? I think it's July that the Good Ivor is. So
Or June, I don't know. Is it June? I don't know.
but it's different every year. But yeah, that ain't gonna happen, is it? Because
No, 100%.
but
It was £2 to get in, wasn't it? And everyone's going mad. And I was thinking,
That's good. That's good for a festival like in Coventry as well. Like it's pretty big music, like city. So that's a pretty good thing for it to.
People from London, like I think Youngun performed there. As not last year, I don't know when.
Yeah, they've had some big artists as well. Considering like it used to be, I don't know if it still is, but like it was a free festival. But I know a couple of times they've tried to change it.
They have a Kano, I'm sure they've had Devil in that there as well.
We went to a free festival called it was Take the Square. You know Scar?
Yeah.
He put it on. So you had Miss Banks was there.
Miss Banks, that's pretty good. That's a good artist there.
What's that guy's name that did that?
That singing guy.
This is going to annoy me.
He should know. He probably know. How are we going to know?
I can't remember what the hell his name. I've got to wait now. I've got to check this. I've got to Google this.
You gotta be quick.
How's it going? Does that yeah?
What's that flipping? Is it my yeah? What the hell is that tune?
It's Osh, isn't it? Osh.
He was
there. Yeah.
He performed there.
The girls were going wild.
And
he performed. What? How many songs did he do?
Just that normal one he does.
No, he did some new ones.
And some
that was good. I don't know. I can't remember. But this was last year. I think it was last year that we went to that. Scatter put that on, and
Youngun was meant to be there.
Called Sibby.
But obviously he just didn't turn up.
Yeah,
did he not turn up?
Nah.
And then everyone left.
Really?
And then
he didn't perform, and then I got the word, and I thought, and then Scatter goes, "Yeah, man, we're gonna go on stage," and I thought, bro, like,
that's mad.
Oh, this is gonna go,
That's one of them things, isn't it? Where obviously, because it's quite a small festival, and I can't imagine that they pay artists a lot of money. Like big artists aren't gonna want to do it, are they?
There was loads of girls, and I know for a fact they just coming out for Youngun as soon as he goes.
Yeah, that'll be most of it. Like quite a lot of people would just go for that. Obviously, you're paying a lot of money normally.
Yeah, it was free.
No, it was free.
No, as in like if you go and see Youngun, let's say O2 Academy, for example, you're paying about 30 quid. So
So as soon as the word got out, he weren't coming. Now everyone left. Loads of people just left. It was just like about fucking 4 people there. And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was going ham. Like,
I was going mad because I wanted to see Youngun because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, because both of you you've been like fans of Youngun for a long time.
I have, yeah. I still listen to him now, even though he ain't bringing. He's got like one song.
I'm not really feeling the new music. I'm not gonna lie though.
Oh no. First podcast are already starting like this.
I'm not really feeling it.
Starting with hate already.
But you don't know who M24 is, do you?
No.
See, you don't know who that is.
Right then, yeah, but I will admit that he had a better verse than Youngun on that Handsome song.
I think the thing is with Youngun, as soon as he done that mixtape thing, I was hoping for videos to come out, and the one with Dappy that come out. And then after that, I don't know what.
That's actually a great point about music videos. That's something I actually want to talk about. With, like now that there's lockdown and like you can't have mass gatherings and things like that. How do you think music videos should look now?
I don't know. Like,
I don't really know.
Like, what if you're an artist, you've got a big song. Yeah. And your label saying got a music video. How what do you do now at this point?
Do you know what I would do? I would use an iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd use an iPhone and try and get it to decent quality.
Yeah.
Because Shadow, yeah, he's got a song called More Life, and he filmed that on an iPhone.
Okay.
And
iPhone 6 as well.
And if you look at the quality of that video, it's decent. Like you could probably go and bang that on Grime Daily.
But the thing is, what is like for me, I don't want to watch a music video where someone is just walking down the street miming the songs. Like that's something I don't want to see. So that's like I can imagine. Obviously, it doesn't matter what you film on, but like for example, how. Like, a big club song, for example, you can't have it in a club where there's loads of girls around and drinks everywhere, can you, at this point? So
no, you can't.
How do you release them songs right now?
You'd have to have everyone spaced out, wouldn't you? I don't know.
it just wouldn't happen. The club, I don't know. I don't know how.
That's what I mean. Like, what can an artist do at this point?
You know, 4 people in the blue, it just looks shit, then wouldn't it?
What do you do? Do you get a green screen? Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
But then, do you think, say, for example, Tory Lanez has got a new song coming out, for example, and it's a club song. He can't then do a music video for that. Do you think that makes it harder for that song to do well if there's no music video?
I think it depends on how you look at music, how many videos you watch. Like, if you, you know, like how sometimes you'll just go on, like, I do like music videos, but I don't say I go back and, like, you know, check them out. Sometimes I prefer to sit on Spotify and just then listen to the song.
That's exactly what I do.
Some people just love, I need, you know, this video, and I just think,
yeah, because people want to see cars and all. Yeah, but you know, like fucking Lamborghinis. Oh yeah, this Lamborghini.
Yeah, like,
and that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, like Tory Lanez could just go and do a video now for, like, I don't know what, like any of the songs that I listen to, and I'd just be like, cool. Like, I wouldn't even probably care.
All your videos, you're gonna see girls, bottles, drinks.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, isn't it, Anthony? That's where it's gonna be like difficult. But like obviously us three, we're very different. Like, we don't really care about music videos that much, but to like a mass audience, that was the biggest thing, wasn't it? A music video determined whether or not your song was a big song.
It still is now, yeah. Like,
still is
the younger generation.
So that's what I'm saying. Now that there's no music videos, like a high production and stuff. Like, obviously, you've got like mad editors like doing sick videos, but you know, do you think it makes a massive difference now that there can't be big videos?
I don't know. I guess because people are still releasing videos. Look at Kehlani, like, even though the video she brought us, it's like quarantine. I'm thinking, nah, listen, that looks like it's not shot in your house. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think the bigger artists are gonna benefit well. Like, look at Drake, Toosie Slide, for example.
Yeah.
That could be done even after lockdown or before lockdown. Like, he could have released that and it would fit in perfectly. But I think when you're talking about, you know, your Kehlanis, your Tory Lanez, your Drakes, it's a different beast because they've got so much money behind them. They've got labels behind them.
Yeah.
What about artists that are trying to break through? Like, what do you think is the way to do it in lockdown? Like, what advice would you give to people, really?
I'd just say just still try and get music out as, like, best as you can.
Yeah. What would you say?
Like, you know, I think
sorry, you go on.
If you want to focus on, you can focus on streams, yeah, or you can focus on videos. Depends on how much you really would want to, like me, if I was an artist now, yeah, I'd probably focus on just getting my song on Spotify.
Yeah.
But videos, I'd think, okay, I'd save that for a later time. Say if I had a song and something, I'd think, do you know what? I just want to get it out there for the people. I wouldn't focus on doing visuals and stuff like that, because I just think that
because it's hard to find anyone who can really film well. Yeah, like, that's another thing as well, in the city as well.
Yeah, and this goes on to my next thing. Like, what do you think about people putting their videos on Grime Daily? Like, do you think it benefits? Like, what do you think they gain out of that? Like, because it's not on their channel.
Yeah,
it's on the platform.
I see what you mean. I mean, through the years, it has benefited a lot of people. Like, a lot of people have got very big off it, but I'm not a person who goes through Grime Daily and these other places and looks for new artists. It's probably something I should do as a DJ, but I don't know. It's something I've never really done. Like, I've never just sat and scrolled through and, you know, clicked on anything. And for the most part, anything I have heard on there, just people sound pretty much the same as big artists. Like, I've heard a lot of people that sound like Mo Stack at the moment. And things like that. So it's just like, it's a different one. Like, but I don't really listen to UK hip hop like that now. Like, it's something I am wanting to get back into, but I've just my like way of listening to music at the moment is so different, because obviously these streams I'm doing are like parties, they're house parties. So I'm mainly looking for old music, to be honest with you. I'm looking for throwbacks and edits and stuff that don't get copyright. But I'm like, if I'm looking for an artist as well, I'm looking for an artist off my back. I'm not looking for it from someone else to tell me that they're good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of come across I just come across anything from Spotify or YouTube or whatever. It's so easy to find, and like I find a new artist probably every day.
Or Facebook, even
And that's
Facebook.
good, man. That's good. That's something I probably should be doing.
Mainly like I find R&B artists, and I'm thinking flipping out like I've been listening to Jacob Latimore. I can't remember. I think I say that. I don't know if I name yet.
You know,
Marcus is going to get a name right one of these podcasts, I swear.
But no, he just brought out a new project.
Jacob Latimore, that's it.
Whatever. That's what I said.
Okay. I think what we should probably do is we should probably make like a Spotify playlist of the artists that we've mentioned in that podcast.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Just so people can have a look as well and listen to the music that we're listening to. I think that's something we should definitely do. But yeah, what, you're listening to new artists, you're finding someone new every single day?
He's not new.
No.
I've been listening to him for years.
I don't know. I just do, like, just from going on YouTube and looking at whatever. Like, you'll see like a Bryson Tiller song, and then it'll go, there's this other song, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And then that's how you.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. What is your like process for looking for new music? Because mine's very like, I don't know, it's quite basic, but I sometimes find things is like, I have like 3 ways really. Like I either go on YouTube and look at a DJ set, and I'll like just listen through, and then anything I find that jumps out at me, I'm like, okay, I need this song. Or I'll go on Spotify, I'll listen to like, let's say Drake, for example, and then on Spotify, I'll go to the fans also like, and I'll just scroll through there, find a random name, and then I'll click on there, just listen to the first 5 songs. If I don't like that, I'll then go down again and just keep going through the fans also like until I just find something different.
Yeah, that's good.
But that might even be like, I go from Drake to like J. Cole, then I go all the way through J. Cole, find someone else, and then I'm just like, keep going. Sometimes it take me ages to find someone. Sometimes I don't even find somebody. Like,
really? Mad.
Yeah, but like that's pretty much all. Or I just go through like BPM Supreme and places like that looking for music. But I don't know, man. My process of finding music at the moment since lockdown has been difficult, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
But
how do you go about finding like new artists?
I like to. I think there's a YouTube channel called Escape Tracks. Have you ever heard of them? There's like many like R&B and stuff like that.
I don't really use YouTube like that anymore.
I just look on there and think, if there's a new tune, I'll just think, yo, okay, then. And I'll have a look on there. And then I'll listen to a song, and then I'll go on Spotify and obviously think, yo, I need a project. Like, the main thing is a project. And then sometimes they ain't got nothing out, and I'm like, oh, I would have only got one song out. And I'm like, oh, I need to hear more.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you know when you look for artists and you find that, you know, they've not got many songs, or they've got loads of songs, do you find it harder to become like a fan, like a proper like stan of somebody now?
Yeah, because if you've just got one song and it's really good, it's like, I need to hear more.
When you're going to bring another one out.
Like, when you bring another one out, like, you know, but then I'll go on Instagram and then I'll just follow them because I need to, so I can like check the updates and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I probably should start doing that.
6 songs. You'll check the EP and it will just be like, and then it won't really hit. Like, it won't hit, and you'll be like, you know.
Yeah, but let's say, for example, like you've just said that, you know, if you find an artist and they've got one song, and then you kind of like, oh, I need this next song. You go on Spotify, they've got one song, you start following them, then they bring out an EP. Do you feel like you're gonna have more of an attachment to that EP because you were pretty much there from the start than if you would go to an artist, they've already got an EP out and you really like the EP? Like, what makes it different for you? Like, what's better?
You see, the thing that you know, like Bryson Tiller, yeah? Remember when he first came out? Obviously, I knew who he was from time ago. I don't know if
we used to listen to him on YouTube back when he used to do Drake covers, like,
so
1,000 views and stuff.
When Trap Star came out, everyone was like, oh, and I listened to it and I thought this was the best project ever. And then I listened to it, and then like, so for me it was just like, this guy is just sick already. Like, I already knew he's sick, and then like, then he brought out True to Self, and I thought, it's not really, it didn't really. It was good, but then I thought it weren't better than Trap Soul.
Yeah. So when the journey from when we used to listen to Bryson Tiller when he had very little views and very little traction to when Trap Soul came out, did you carry on the journey the whole way? Or did you just because what I did was I obviously just stopped listening to Bryson Tiller after a while. And then all of a sudden I heard Don't, and I was like, this is a sick record. Like, this is mad. And then I looked and I saw the name and I was like, that name looks very familiar. And then I was like, oh my God, that's who we used to listen to back in the day.
Yeah.
Were you the same or?
No, I'd always been listening. Like, I'd always been checking for new music anyway. Like, as soon as he...
Yeah.
So then he had Drake, he did, How About Now remix, and then he did all these other things.
Yeah, I remember the Trust Issues one. That was mad. That cover was sick. But I think that's the difference. That's why I think you see that Trap Soul album as like a masterpiece, and it's very good in your eyes. Where to me, it's just like it's almost just like another album. Like it's a good album, but I don't look at it like that. Like I know that that's like an amazing album to you, but I think that's because of that journey that you followed, whereas I stopped out for a little bit and came back in. But that's what my question was like, what's the difference? And it's the journey, isn't it? The journey just makes being a fan better.
Yeah, I guess because you've been a fan for so long, when someone finally brings out an album that you really like, fuck with the music, you're thinking, yo, this is better than everything I've heard before. From what you brought
exactly.
Exchanges as well. What's that? Is that one?
Yeah, Exchange. That's a great song. Actually.
When I first heard the album, I got to that song For However Long, or I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to keep reloading that song because I was like, I get to Don't. Like the next one was Don't, and I thought I can't get to the flipping that song because
I like the intro. I like the intro of the actual intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that album is good, man. I might have to go back and listen to it, but I like Rambo. Rambo is the tune.
Did you ever hear the one with him on The Weeknd on the Rambo remix?
No, I need to have a look at that.
I didn't even know.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's years old now, but it's mad. You gotta listen to it.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at that.
He goes in.
Do you know who's Bryson Tiller signed to?
RCA, I think.
RCA, because I know that there was like a thing with him and Drake, weren't there? But did anything happen from that?
He just said Drake wanted him to be on his label, and obviously he's this big Drake fan, but he was like, this one. Yeah, but look, imagine if he was like, do you think he'd be as? Do you think if he was on Drake's label, do you think he'd be as big as he is now?
That's exactly what I was just about to ask you.
Because I think he wouldn't.
Difficult. It's difficult because you've got to put him in the conversation with Party Next Door, The Weeknd, Division. You got to put all them people in the same bracket, and I don't know where he fits, man. I don't know where he fits in there. Like, he's obviously very talented, but I don't know what his writing is like. I don't know if he writes all of his songs. We know that Party Next Door is a very talented writer, so.
Bryson does. He writes for other people. Do you remember Chris Brown's Royalty album?
Yeah.
There's a song called Proof. Bryson Tiller wrote that.
Okay.
And obviously, so if you were to go back and listen to that song now, you'd probably hear the.
Oh, okay. That puts him higher then. So that puts him almost on the same level as Party.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's difficult, man. I don't know. I really don't know about that one. That would be a good thing, but then again, the thing with OVO artists is you don't really hear much of their music.
That's mad.
Yeah, but it's weird. You know the process of obviously he drops first, Drake drops first, don't he? And then
always
then you just don't know. So then remember I think it's worked out like this. Party's dropped after, hasn't he? Then Division. That
Division album is ridiculous.
It is really good, but
ridiculous.
That's what I don't get. What I don't get is it's better than the Party album. I just don't know, and that's my opinion. I think it's way better.
I haven't heard the Party album. I prefer The Weeknd, but I don't know.
Do you think there's like a rivalry there between them two?
What, between who?
between Party and The Weeknd because it was very like up and down with their release dates.
Yeah, because I thought The Weeknd was dropping when Party was dropping originally. I'm sure he was though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they were dropping on the same date, and then Party delayed it.
But I kind of feel like, don't you think that kind of, because The Weeknd dropped, it was hard for me to sit down and try and listen to that Party album because The Weeknd dropped the week before, so it was like,
yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know how I feel about that Weeknd album because I feel like all the songs pretty much sound the same.
It's because he's found that sound now, isn't he?
That's exactly it, isn't it? He's found his sound.
What do you think of the instrumentals, the ones that he's using?
Whose?
The beats? On the beats on the Weeknd album.
They're like 80s influenced, aren't they? I do like them, but I don't know. I'm just a fan of the original Weeknd sound, like the very like dark R&B, that kind of thing, where it's very happy. Not like the subject matter isn't happy, but his voice is more up tempo, the beats are more up tempo. Where like Wicked Games, for example, was like an incredible R&B song. It's a strange one.
But do you think that Snow Child kind of still incorporated that type of...
That's my favourite one on there, yeah. That's my favourite one on that album. But since we're speaking about Drake, what are your opinions on the mixtape?
It's like I said to you, yeah.
I haven't really heard it.
We've got to pretend we didn't have a side conversation, man.
Basically, I was like, I'm not feeling this. And then one day, having a little drink, and I thought, let me just listen again. Chicago Free.
That's it.
I think songs like what's that fucking? I mean,
AEG, Time Flies.
That's it. Time Flies.
That is my tune. I love that song.
Time Flies, and that one with Chris Brown.
I'm not feeling that one. Not a fan.
I'm not feeling that. Marcus showed me that song and he was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Where's Chris Brown's bit?"
Yeah, that is exactly it. They sing at the same time, and Drake overpowers his vocals, man.
Like he's done.
You can't even hear him. So
yeah,
I could hear Chris Brown for sure.
That could have been such a tune, man.
Yeah. But after that, when he apparently in the same day that he brought this mixtape out, he was previewing songs off his actual new album that's coming out.
Well, he's done that recently as well, didn't he?
Apparently
he's been doing it on Instagram Live.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
With the Kardashians.
And I thought, so it's like when I was chatting to Sim and he was like, "Oh, the Drake album," because it ain't a Drake. It's not a Drake album. It's just a throwaway of like songs. Like he's obviously going to be bringing out an actual album in the summertime. I guess.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's not an album. So he's already said that it's a mixtape.
Not. And then he was previewing songs on Live.
I'm shocked that he put Toosie Slide on a mixtape. I thought that would have been kept for the album.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah, but he might put it on. He might put it on
album as well.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Really?
We can't. You can't.
Why would he? Anyone's ever done that? If anyone's ever put one song in the mixtape.
If that was the case, he would have done. He would have put like Jumpman on an album, but that was on a mixtape. And that was a very big song. Like he's got these big songs that are on mixtape that he could have put on album.
But I think because it it's a current, song at the moment. That's why he's put it on there.
He said the album was done, didn't he? Before.
Yeah. So
he could have just moved. Like we're not exactly getting out of lockdown anytime soon, really, are we? Like summer's pretty much cancelled. Why can't he just? He could have given it, a month and then brought it out. Toosie Slide's still getting played around. Do you know what I mean? And DJs are still playing it in their sets.
Yeah, when everything opens back up and you get to the clubs,
that song's going to be, everyone's going to be doing.
Do you think Toosie Slide will still get played in the club by the time when this is all over?
I hope so.
I don't know. I
want it to be played in the club.
They could not. They could just think,
no, they couldn't. They're going to play that. It's going to be played.
I think it depends when, because I think clubs won't be open until next year, personally. Like February time. Is Toosie Slide going to last that long?
Yeah. No.
And if it does, let's just say it does last that long and a DJ wants to play it, where do they play it? Because there is a structure to a night, as much as, you know, it's not really happened much. Like, then, you know, you've got your warm-up part where you're playing old songs and songs that aren't massive.
Yeah.
Where does it fit? Does it fit in the warm-up, or does it fit with the big bangers, like all your Roddy Ricch songs and things like that? Where does it go?
I'd play it with them big bangers.
What'll happen is, obviously, when Go Jacks, they'll play it, and it'll be one of them, so everyone's forgot about it.
Yeah.
As soon as they play it,
yeah,
that's it. Everyone will be like, "Oh, this song."
Yeah, true. Yeah, you might be right there. You might be right. I don't know. I've just got an image of somebody playing that song and the dance just being dead, and people just be like, "Nah, this is a quarantine song."
Yeah, probably will.
We're not doing TikTok.
Probably will.
I think it depends what the atmosphere of the club is like.
Depends what song they play before that, and then they put that on.
Yeah, that was another thing I was just gonna say. Like, I think it depends what age group you're playing to. I think if you're playing it in, you know, JJ's, a club in Coventry, you're gonna have like older people in there, so you probably are gonna play, you know, like older songs, throwback songs, and then play Toosie Slide, because it fits in that. Like, you could play a Ja Rule song, then play Toosie Slide. It's the same kind of party. Where if it's a freshers, are you really gonna play Toosie Slide?
Probably not.
I think he probably would. I think they would.
I don't know.
I bet he would, because I bet he would.
What, you could see them playing at Collie? What was that? At the Collie?
Oh, I don't know. Or especially like freshers, it's open format music, so it's different genres all the time. It's not just one genre. So I feel like if they're gonna play it, you've got to find like a drum and bass remix or something. I think that way it will be a big song. Like Hotline Bling was huge when it had drum and bass remixes.
Jeez, man.
Especially freshers. I don't know, man. It's mad. But I think we should leave it there, so we don't rinse a 3-hour podcast. And we'll keep everyone waiting until next week.
Okay.
Right. Cheers for watching, people. See you later.
Wagwan.
Right now, you need dependable internet and endless entertainment. Xfinity delivers with reliably fast speeds and Wi-Fi coverage throughout your home. Plus, access all your streaming apps in one place, right on your TV. To schedule your free contactless equipment delivery, click or call. Restrictions apply. Right now, you need dependable internet and endless entertainment. Xfinity has you covered with reliably fast speeds and advanced security included with the X5 gateway, so your connected devices are protected. And when it comes to TV, Xfinity is your home for all your streaming apps, like Peacock. Plus, get contactless service visits and equipment drop-off. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Switch to Xfinity for reliable internet and access to your favorite apps right on your TV. To schedule your free contactless delivery, visit Xfinity.com or call 1-800-XFINITY. Restrictions apply.